What's up, my fitness family? Brent Kasmer here with BKPT Brent Kasmer Personal Training. Like, subscribe, mash that notification bell, that way you're notified as all the newest content comes out. Weights versus cardio. The Smackdown. This is the cold, hard truth. Which is better? Which one do you think is better? What do you think? Are you a cardio person? Or do you hate cardio and you're a weight training person? And who are you, Brent? Why do you get to tell us which is better? Of course, man, because this is online. Everything is true online, right? You look it up, some goofball tells you what to do. No, man. So I'm old. I got lots of experience. I've been around the block. I've seen people come from A to Z doing both. There's no better. It just depends on what the outcome is that you want. So if you just want to drop a bunch of weight, go run a lot. If you want to look, tone, and fit, and have a nice frame, and feel strong, then guess what? Weights, you know? So these are two huge things, and everyone's always pointing the finger, you know, whether, oh, well, you know, if you want to lose weight, you need to do cardio. True. But can you do weight training and lose weight? Absolutely. Because you know what? How you lose weight? Eat right. You eat to lose weight. You eat to gain muscle. You eat to feed your muscle. You eat to strip fat. So whether you're trying to lose belly fat, whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, whether you're an athlete, whether you're a kid, whether you're a doctor, whether you're a lawyer, whether you're an astronaut. I know. You know, it's not about which is better. It's about what's going to suit you. You know, so that at the end of the day is what's going to work. Some people get freaked out because they feel like if they step into a weight room and they don't know what to do, they're going to get hurt. Yeah, it's a possibility. You know, at the end of the day, that is a possibility. You can get hurt if you do things improperly. And you might not even get hurt the first time for doing things improperly. Or you might actually know what you're doing and be doing it right, but then you set it down sloppily or pick it up sloppily and you get hurt. But guess what? Driving to the gym, you can get hurt. In your car. You know, walking down the street, you can get hurt. Does it mean you shouldn't do it? No, it just means that you need to stay focused on the activity that you're doing. That's why you see all these things out there. Don't text and drive. Don't, you know, record yourself in the car driving when driving. Don't reduce your distractions. You know, there's tons of distractions out there. Don't be surfing the web. Don't be online watching YouTube videos when you're at the gym trying to get your workout on, you know. So you need to have a plan and put the plan in progress. At the end of the day, that's what you need to do. Stop searching to find the answers that you think you want to hear is right. You need to know where you're starting from, and you need to know that if I just want to go out and run because I feel comfortable running, then you need to go out and run and feel comfortable running and quit worrying about if it's better or worse. You know, that's the end of the day, that's what you need to do. So this is where, at the end of the day, the cold hard truth comes in. You know, is HIIT training better than weight training? Is HIIT training better than cardio? Is, you know, there's 1,000 different programs out there, all right? If you feel like you're wearing and tearing down your joints, guess what? You're wearing and tearing down your joints. Don't do it. But if you're going to go out and do cardio, you can't just go out and go for a brisk walk for 20 minutes and think that you're going to drop all kinds of weight. Everything's based on heart rate and metabolism and how much and how fast you are speeding it up to burn the amount of calories that you're consuming on a daily basis. So the numbers don't lie. Do you need to do longer durations of cardio to get the same result that you can do in a shorter period of time with weights? Yes. So that's the answer to that. So if you're a time cruncher and you're like, hey, you know what? I only have so much time in a day. Which is better? Weight training. Hands down. Why? Because it's got much better long-term effects than cardio does. If your goal is to get your heart stronger, no, that's not true actually. Weight training's better. So I was gonna say go do cardio, but it's not, because with weight training you have spikes and valleys and plateaus, and you got all of this going on. So your heart actually has to be stronger when doing weight training, because cardio, you get to a point and you maintain that point, of the heart rate of which your desired point is. So like if your goal is to get into a fat burning zone and you need to take 220 minus your age times 60%, that gives you your fat burning zone. So that's where you need to sit to burn fat. So, that is the ranges you need to be in. So that's your intensity of your walk. So you can watch your watch and say, okay, I'm in that fat burning zone. I am burning the most fat at that given point. Yes, that's true because you maintain it. But your heart is staying at that point. So it's not until you stop doing your workout, your cardio, when your heart comes back down. So you're not challenging it by bursts of energy, by picking up a heavy piece of weight. So that way, when you're squatting or deadlifting or benching or doing pull downs or pull ups, where you're exerting that force, your heart spikes and then it recovers and spikes and recovers. So your heart gets stronger through weight training. Your lungs, they get stronger in weight training. And that's not if you're just doing like a set on the bench press and you sit there and you wait for 90 seconds to 5 minutes, and then you do another set. Those are same things. Those are very specific goals. If your goal is to just be a power lifter and you want to, become an athletic power lifter, that's how you would specifically train to get stronger on these specific exercises. But most people are checking this video out because they just want to get in shape. So guess what? Strength train. Do your weight training, because that's what's best for men. Yes, for women. Strength training for women, weight training for women, weight training for men, to burn belly fat. That's what people want to do, because in essence you're gaining muscle, you're increasing your metabolic burn. So therefore, when you're consuming the same calories, you're burning more calories, so now you're at a deficit. So that is the cold hard truth. So weight training, in my book, is better, because guess why? I don't want to spend 3 hours a day running, biking, doing those types of things. I do those things for fun outside of my strength training. But if you train the right way, if you're doing, proper AKA circuits, which is, trisets, quad sets, those types of things where you're doing multiple exercises, back to back, that's what gives you that, elevated heart rate, quick change, quick abilities, burning fat, sweating, feeling stronger, feeling fuller, and, that effect. So that is, in the essence, better. But if you want to be a long distance runner, guess what? No, it's not true either. You still need to run a lot, yes. But strength training is still fantastic for you, so that way you reduce the amount of wear and tear in your joints, because you're building stronger limbs and stronger body to withstand the long distance cardio. But yes, you do got to do some long distance runs if that's the goal, is to be a long distance runner. So which is better, cardio versus weights? Hands down, my book, weight training. It's what I teach, it's what I love, but cardio does help. If I had to choose a better, it's weights. A second is cardio. Obviously, right along with it is flexibility and mobility. All right. So that is the Smackdown. This is the cold hard truth. Weight training versus cardio, which is better? Ding, ding, ding. Weight training wins. Round 1. All right. Comment in the comments below why you think what you think. All right. So my name is Brent Kasmer. Subscribe. Mash that notification bell. Bell. Yes. Mash that notification bell where you're notified as all the newest content is coming out. And I will see you guys in the next episode.